Welcome to another episode of Charlotte on Scene Podcast, episode 63. You know, I don't like naming these joints. Got my main man more in the building. Yo, what up, man? What's talk? What's poppin', baby?
My brethren. I
So I
can't
see you
call it.
got the I see you got the
No,
joint on.
look,
See you got
hey,
a joint on.
if I don't rep the squad, man, who gonna rep the squad,
I
bro?
see you,
Had a
son. I see
tough
you,
one
son.
against the Patriots,
Yeah.
beat the Falcons.
Y'all beat the Falcons. Y'all did
Win,
beat the
lose, or
Falcons.
draw, I'm supporting. You already know what time it is.
I see you. I see
It's
you.
real
Okay.
Charlotte,
Okay,
man.
okay. Real Charlotte. Real Charlotte. Big Charlotte. Big Charlotte. Big Charlotte. That's what's up. Well, my Giants won.
It's a big win.
My Giants beating the first place Chargers. Put
That was
Jackson
a
Dart
good,
in.
yeah. Jackson Dart like that.
Yeah, he like that. Yeah, he all right.
For real, bro.
He all right.
I
He all
like
right,
coming
son.
out of college. I ain't know I was gonna translate because you never know.
Never know, son. Never
Yeah,
know,
well,
son. They still gotta give my man Shador Sanders a chance though. But
yeah, we gotta see what's going
we
on.
gotta see what's going on. But Cleveland, you go to Cleveland Browns, man. You might well go to the burial yard, man.
Come on, man. You see what everybody done did. Look, you see Baker Mayfield looking like really elite
And
since he.
that's my second team, Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's my
Tampa's
second
looking
team.
really good right
hmm
now. Baker looked seasoned.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Pause.
him.
Yeah, that was
That
wild.
was wild,
That was
bro.
wild. You
Crazy.
bugging, son.
A
Yeah.
lot. No, I like.
Hold up, man. Be brief on that one. Son.
You the one saying
Yeah,
this, reaching. Them New York boys, man. I swear.
man, so he put seasoning though.
No,
What
he
he
looks like a
doing?
seasoned quarterback. Pause.
Whoa, pause. Oh my God.
Pause.
I don't,
Come on.
chill, son, chill. Got me thinking, you nah, we can't
Wait a
say
minute.
that, son.
You about to say some crazy shit.
Yeah.
What you talking about? Nah, man, you look
Good,
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 man.
good.
Man, good NFL season so far, man.
Yeah.
Um,
You see Alabama beat Georgia?
I did see that.
Hmm.
I'm never. You an Alabama fan?
Yeah. Always been Alabama.
I never seen them say Roll Tide,
Yeah, ask Jason
hat
them. I
on,
always got my hat on and
Alabama.
infused. You're not telling the truth. I be infused with my hat on all the time.
Never seen you with
Yeah,
Alabama
ask
Roll
everybody
Tide hat
infused.
on.
No, listen, man. Ask Jermaine. Ask all. I be in hell. I'm going hard. I mean, Leonard used to get in the fights because he beat
Well,
Tennessee.
y'all
Beat us
Tennessee.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
Yeah. I was wilding, son.
Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't almost getting in a fight with Leonard, but
No, not no real. Well,
yeah,
yeah, I
bro,
mean, cause you
yeah,
know you.
yeah, yeah. I was talking shit to him, though, son.
Hey,
Shout out to L, man.
shout out to Georgia Tech. Shout out to L. Shout out to Georgia Tech. 5-0. Beat Clemson.
Everybody's beating Clemson right now. That's
We
not
was
to
the
brag
first
about.
ones
What
to
we
beat
talking
them.
about?
We was the first ones
You
to beat
acting
them.
like that's a
We was the
that's a
first
G
ones to
call.
beat them. That was a big win for us at Tech, bro. Stop playing with us, man.
Everybody beating on
See, they
Dabo right
always do
now.
that, bro.
Dabo out of there, son. He ain't gonna be there too long, son. Mm-hmm.
Dabo might go to the league.
The league where
You know,
the USFL.
you act
He
like
ain't
he
going to
ain't.
the
Come on, bro.
NFL,
Don't do that
son.
Dabo Swinney like that, bro.
Man, he might
You
going to
tripping.
WWE, son.
Shout out to everybody at Tech. Haynes King.
Who?
We up. Our quarterback. See, you don't even
I
follow
don't
us,
even I
man.
don't even I don't even know what y'all doing over there. I thought y'all was a whole bunch of brainiacs. Like Georgia Tech's supposed to be where computer science guys go. Like guys that are doing like Robotech
Definitely
and
had to
stuff.
take computer science, bro.
And point
Do
guards.
not take that.
And point guards.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
a shooting guard. That's how you feel about me?
You know, you was
Me,
one of the few.
Dennis Scott,
You was one of the few. You was one of the
OG.
few.
You see what he doing?
See,
He
you
be
one of the
watching, I
few.
think.
Son. I know about Kenny.
Marvin Lewis.
I know about Kenny. I know about Ron Harper. I
Who?
know Ron Harper. Should I play with
Matt Harper.
Matt Harper. My
Yeah.
bad.
See what I'm saying?
Boy,
You see what I'm talking about?
Matt Harper.
Ah, Matt Harper, Dennis
Matt
Scott.
Harper.
We got the OGs came out of there, bro. Jared Jack, Will Bynum, BJ Elder, Ishmael Muhammad dunked on everybody in the world. Tony McHenry, Javaris Crittenton.
Yeah. Queens. Kenny Anderson again.
He only know about New York people ever. Brian Oliver. You don't even know
Stephon
about
Marbury.
What's Stephon Marbury?
Steph.
Look at him. See?
New York.
What's up? Yeah, New York.
Yo, so we was talking earlier, right? So I was getting on the subject of like just basically in life. What's the biggest regret in life that you had?
I hate talking regrets, bro.
Mm,
And I'll ask you that as well.
mm.
But
But one of the biggest, I don't want to get too personal. What's one of the biggest regrets you
um, probably, probably, uh, damn, that's a good question, bro.
have?
Because I always felt like it was gonna work,
Mm-hmm.
and if it didn't work, I didn't regret it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I guess essentially, probably, I bought a lot of dumb shit when I was younger. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really regret that because if you never had nothing your whole life,
Mm-hmm.
so you get like some shit you probably don't really need.
Mm-hmm.
Jewelry, like little stuff like that.
What's the dumbest shit you ever bought?
Hmm?
What's the dumbest shit the wildest shit you ever bought?
Mm. I can tell you. Mm, I ain't gonna say how much I spent on some jewelry when I first could get some.
Yeah.
It wasn't like millions. It was
Yeah.
just like
It was there.
I really would have did a lot with that
Yeah.
now than I would have did then. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't even like 6 feet enough. But it was just like I was always kind of frugal.
Right, right.
You know
Do
what I
you,
mean?
do you still have it?
Nah, I sold that shit
Yeah.
because I ain't need it,
Yeah, you need them.
and it was like outdated. But
Mm.
it was real. It was dope. It
It
was
was dope
good
when you
while I
got it.
had it. Yeah, but I'm like, what do you need that for now?
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like after that, you realize when you get those kind of checks, whether it's this
What we say earlier.
NBA, yeah, it was NBA money or a licensing check from the NBA or whatever. Like you put that in like an annuity or something, or you put that in a small secure bond, or you put somewhere where it's gonna grow.
It's gonna grow and make money for
Or
you.
you invest in some land, and I started doing that like
Yeah.
immediately after.
Yeah.
So like then when it come to that, it's like, all right, now I can see this grow,
Mm-hmm.
and as it's growing, if I need it,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we can take some annuities, like all that kind of shit. Like
Well,
we just don't learn that in school.
That's what we was talking about earlier here, because like I was talking to my brother right here, and like basically um I've blown money over the years. Probably not as much, of what you've had, but in the realm of what I could afford. You know what I'm saying? Everything's about affordability, I think, honestly. So if you're sitting here and you're blowing money on certain things that you can't, you can or you can't afford, I mean, it counts. And I was just talking about that because that's my biggest regret is things that I could have done with my money positively to build more money. Like now, I'm in a stretch of my life where my money has to make money. So I find myself being a lot tighter with stuff. Don't mean I can't afford it, but when people say you can't afford it, they look at you and they be like, "You can't afford it, but you got this." I'm like, you're not looking at the long term vision of what I'm trying to do.
Right.
And my thing is that I was telling we're talking about it. I've had a lot of stuff in life. I've been blessed to have a lot of stuff, but I'm learning now, unfortunately, at an older age, how to what's important. Like I got my little beat down Corolla. People know I can afford more than that, of course, but I don't see the point in buying a car anymore because I just don't. I could pull up in a black car, you won't know what the hell I'm driving anyway.
Right.
I feel like real estate, house, things like that are important. I could take 20 grand, buy a house. I could buy another house, put 30 or 40 grand, buy another house on. But like these pockets of money that we blow over the years, there's ways that we could have built a lot of real estate, not even that major portfolio better than what it is right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my regret. It was all the Prada shoes, all the Louis Vuitton shoes that I bought.
Yeah.
I look at it in the clothes that I bought over the years because if I was in a more mature state, I don't know where half that shit is now. I don't know where it is.
Exactly.
I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like I don't like and stuff I bought in my old house. I mean, that stuff is gone. It wasn't my choice, but not getting to that. But that stuff is gone. And my thing is that, but it's stuff that I bought or a cop that I thought was important to me, and it really, I thought it held some kind of intrinsic value, and it doesn't hold anything. And my thing is that when all that shit goes, when your chain is gone, when everything is gone, you still, who the fuck you still got? You still got you. You're still gonna be you. And I think when you really mature into life is when you understand that that stuff don't make you. You make that stuff. When you wear it or when you have it, you're the one that's making that stuff fly. You're the one that's rocking it right. You're the one. You're the one that's making it because it's gonna hang on a shelf. If it's not, it's not gonna get no life if it ain't got you. If you ain't on it,
Doesn't
you know what I mean?
appreciate.
Doesn't appreciate it all. So, I just, that's one of my biggest regrets. You know what I mean? In life is really just, spending money and being more wise with my money at a young age because I could have made my life a little bit easier. My life is not bad, but
We know.
yeah,
I seen you. Never
but
mind.
but
You're all right,
well,
bro.
I shop at Target,
We all
man.
right, bro.
But
That's
but
fucked up.
but definitely it could have been could have landed a little bit easier if I'd have made better decisions. But in hindsight, when you're in your 20s and you're young, you learn from making those dumb mistakes. That's how you learn.
Right.
That's how you learn.
You
know
have
what I'm
to.
saying? You have to learn. You got to bump your head. If you sit here and you do everything right, you're not gonna fucking learn anything.
And this is you going right into like a quote. I
Yeah.
pray every morning. I clean up and
Mhm.
pray every morning.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I got a routine.
Mhm.
Make a smoothie,
Mhm.
fix some breakfast, get my day started. Every day I do that.
Nice.
And part of my prayer is understanding that it's not about a lot of guys like us wake up mentally beating the shit out of ourselves. Like, why did you do that then? Why did you do that then?
Mhm.
And I know a lot of guys and women can relate to that.
Mhm.
And looking at what you have and looking at what's right in front of you is super important
It is. It is.
in terms
It
of
is.
your mental health on
It
your
is.
own.
Yeah, it is. It
So
is.
I always say in my prayer, big wins, small wins. It's
Mhm.
all wins and no losses, just
Mhm.
lessons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I know better, I'm going to do better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And that's very important.
It is.
It's imperative for your mental health every day to think like that because life gonna come at you in all kind of ways.
Life gonna life you.
I know so many people I thank God that I was able to do certain things I did to take care of myself and make sure I take care of my kids, my family, all that. You know what I mean? Years ago.
Mhm.
So like, it's not about like if you take a L. Yeah, we gonna take a L.
Everybody takes L's, yeah. Yeah.
Everybody gonna have some losses. Everybody gonna have somebody that was in disguise thinking they was on your side, and then they took advantage of you. Like, this is life, bro.
It's life, yeah.
I don't know. The president talk about it himself. Yeah, filed bankruptcy like 8-9 times.
8-9 times, yeah.
So like, I'm not saying that we pushing towards that, and I'm not saying everybody has the same backing. But at the same time, man, you gotta be ready to. If you take a risk, you gotta be ready to take a loss.
What?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all good, but
that's life losses.
You can't stop. You
that's
can't
relationship.
quit.
That's relationship losses. That's everything.
Everything.
You know what's so crazy? Like my grandfather, when I was a little kid, I used to watch. First of all, my grandfather's the most brilliant man I ever met in my life. I just say it because he's my grandfather. He's a very smart man.
Can't wait to be.
But he'd be in his house sometimes. He'd be talking to himself, right? So my mom used to always make fun of me. He talked to himself. So my stepdad Abdul would be like, well, as long as he doesn't answer himself, he's still sane, right? So, but what he would do was he would record conversations that he had on the phone, or he would pre-record how he's going to go about a conversation on the phone, right? So he'd be talking, and he have some conversation. Shit was deep. Like I'm sitting there looking.
That's real.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Every morning I get up, talking to myself, man. And I thought, and I'm like, shit, I'm doing the same thing. This must be a more thing. I'm going through psychosis messed up. But it'd be conversations.
It's not messed up.
Yeah, it'd be conversations, or it'd be stuff like, I don't know why she doing this, or I don't know why my daughter's doing this and this and that. And I'd be sitting talking to myself, but it talks me through my conscience. It makes me sane. Because if you keep all that stuff in, and like I was telling the brother right here, we was talking earlier, not getting in business and nothing like that, but like just being real is like being private is cool sometimes, but you gotta have an outlet. And everybody, not everybody's for your business.
Right.
I've watched my situation I went through, and I'm not gonna get into it that deep, but like I watched people I thought were my friends because I always give. You know, I'm a giver. I love people. I just love people. I'm not, I'm not a person that's gonna take advantage. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna champion for you. I just love people, and I watch people that I've never done nothing to turn on, and it really crushed me. For years. It crushed me, and I had to. And the only reason why I was able to get out of it is I had to start going to church. And remember when we had whatchamacallit on here? What's my man's name? I'm bugging right now, son.
Chase?
DJ.
Oh, DJ, yeah.
What did you call
DJ? Chewy?
Chewy.
Yeah,
Chewy.
Chewy.
My bad, Chewy. It's been a long day. But like when I had Chewy on here, Chewy's like, something about going to church and being one with God. And actually hearing sermons and actually hearing, and catching that every week. You need that because the older you get, you're carrying a burden. When you're 2 years old, you don't know what listen. Your best years. I'm gonna tell you guys something. Your best years is when you're a baby to when you're 18 years old. When you start taking on responsibilities, life gets different, and you got to become accountable. Your parents take care of you up to a certain point, and after that, you got to really become accountable, and that burden carries. And then life be lifing, and before you know it, you're 30, you're 40, and if you don't catch on to that shit real quick, or if you don't bounce back, it's over, bro. You don't waste half your life.
Yeah.
And so, like when I went through my situation, I had to really get closer to God. I had to pray. I still haven't gotten over a lot of stuff, and I'll be honest with you, but I had to forgive, and I had to let people be who they are. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, and maybe in some hindsight, God didn't want them in my life to begin with. Absolutely. And I had to struggle with that because I've always been the guys like, why? It's fucked up. It's like, why you don't like me? I did this for you. I didn't do anything to you. And you sit there and you're like, what did I do to you for you to treat me like this or be mad at me because of my situation or whatever? I didn't do anything to you. You know what I'm saying? And you try to rationalize. And when you get a certain age, you can't rationalize bullshit. You can't rationalize messed up people. They fucked up for their own reasons. You don't even know what they're going through in their situation, but they're gonna find a way to portray it on you and make and this is how it is. And when you learn that in life gets so much easier. You don't need to be friends with everybody. Everybody does not need to be in your circle. Everybody should not be around you. Keep good energy around you. My grandfather always raised me about energy. Energy is kinetic. You know what I'm saying? And when he always told me, I asked him when I was a kid, I was like, Pops, if you die, what happens? He's like, I'm energy. He said, your nails die, your hair falls out. He's like, your energy. All you do is transform. And spiritual. And that energy is what we are, is what people are. Like, I didn't know you when I first got down here, Charlotte. I had a whole different crew of people. But the energy brought us together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like God has a plan for you, you don't even know. And he will turn your situation 360 degrees, and you won't even see it coming. You won't even see it coming, brother. And so I've learned to forgive. I've learned to be more intentional in my relationships because at one point in my life I was like, fuck everybody. I don't care. I'm gonna be on my own and this and that. And that just wasn't me. That wasn't my makeup.
That's a dangerous space to be in when you a natural caregiver.
Yes.
You're a natural good person to people. Now you gotta gauge it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people will see that
and take advantage
and try to snake their way into your life to do that. And they know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They watch us.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they know it'll never be around you again.
Yeah, never.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not because I'm angry anymore.
No, we ain't angry. It's just like I can't make myself vulnerable with somebody like you.
No.
And lessons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
No losses, just a lesson.
It's a lesson.
You got it.
Lesson.
You win. And a lot of them, watch how many people and I want to talk to the people about that too, because if y'all ever been in a situation where we're saying, think about how many people that you done had to cut off like that that never come back to ask you for nothing or never come back to be in your life.
That's true.
Because they know they wrong.
Yeah.
They know they opportunists. They know they leeches. You see what I'm saying? They'll just stay away. I'm like, man, I wasted time.
Yeah, man.
with you being in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, some of these people, I understand why they not like how people perceive them to be.
Mm-hmm.
They quiet, they moving out the way. I had to learn that. That's like learning a skill.
Yeah, it is.
Like a people skill.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
you
is.
know what I mean? When you're younger, you ain't really thinking about like everybody rock with me, everybody fuck with me. But it ain't like that.
Nah, it ain't like that at all. That's
like
crazy.
Everybody, it may be 80%, but that 20% can fuck you up for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So like, leave it alone.
Yeah.
You know, when you get older, you know better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like my kids older now. You take kids out my, you like if you take food out my kids' mouth, bro, it's different.
Yeah.
Now at 40 than it was when I was 21, 22. Yeah. It's gonna be different. Situations going on with you. So that's what it is, man. But nah, that's powerful, bro. Cause like I said, man, it's no losses, just lessons. Like if I'd have known what I know now at 40, when I was 22, it'd have been a whole different situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's most people in life. It's the reason why the phrase hindsight is always 20/20. We can't see shit that we don't know.
And then also what? Once a man, twice a child?
Yeah. You see a lot of these dudes is I mean, I ain't saying that because I understand how it go, but when you get to see my favorite rapper had a song,
of course,
Second Childhood.
Yeah, Second Childhood, son.
You know, you don't even know how to be a man when you 40-something years old, because you just was being a kid. Like, and then you have children, and that's how that cycle starts. You feel me? Can't teach nobody how to be a man when you still mentally a child at 33, 34 years. You know what I'm saying?
Say it again.
You heard what I said? You can't teach no child how to grow into a man while you still a child at 33, 34 years old. I appreciate my mom, my pops, my grandfather who passed when I was like kind of young, but still he instilled that. And a lot of my older homies, man, that taught me how to turn into a man. Like, you got a situation going on at 19, 20 years old, no matter what it is, handle that. I can't come over here and take care of that for you like you 6, 7, 8 years old. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're grown ass man. Yeah.
Treat my kids like that. My boys especially. My daughter, she's 16, so she kind of got a better, she understand that more.
Well, she you know what too?
She got her own job.
She you know what's hurting the youth right now too, I think, is like, even when you even when you have like a little bit of money or whatever, you want your kids not to go through what you went through. But the best thing to do is teach them how to fish. So they can sit here and learn what you do, or you can show them. Like my second youngest, I got her. You know, I try to show her how to invest and stuff like that. But like, I just want her to learn how to make money, because I'm not gonna always be here. I had a real talk with her, man. I let her into my, I live by myself now, and I showed her where my documents are. I said, if anything ever happened to me, this is what you need to do. This is what my documents are, and everything else. You know,
it's crazy. My pops did that for me.
Yeah,
and he's still here. Shout out to OG, my daddy, Larry. Like, but he did the same thing. That's like one of the most. That's what you learn from the generation before, like your grandfather.
Yep.
The pops was, you know what I mean? Like, look, this is where everything is.
Where everything is. Yeah. Anything happen or whatever, this is where
I got the whole safe downstairs of my, like, I got that for them too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
But no, that's real.
Yeah, so, but you got to teach them how to fish, man. And, my daughter, we was talking the other day, my daughter's like, Daddy, I just want you to make sure that this is college is state. She's like, I don't want to go on trips and stuff like that. I was like, listen, man, if I don't take you on trips, you're not going to understand what life is about. You're not going to have a palate to do things like that. One of the biggest things that I feel that a lot of black children, or children period, who are not only got to be black, it could be white, Indian, Oriental, I don't care, underprivileged children I feel every child should be able to travel, to see something different. You can't be stuck in your same environment. If you're stuck in the same environment, you will never know what it's like to get out of it. Let me tell you something. There are people talk about New York City is the greatest city in the world. There are people, I got family members that will not leave the Bronx to go to Queens. And I'll fly up from Charlotte, North Carolina to go home. And cousins is too far. They live in Queens. They going. I'm meeting in Manhattan. It's just a mentality. It's not just small towns, rural towns. It's everywhere. When you're stuck in that environment, you don't know what it's like to get out and fly. Never be scared to fly. Never be scared to fly. So what I do is, you know, my kids have always taken trips. My ex-wife is always putting my kids on trips and stuff too. But like, more kids need to see different places, explore. Because when you think about it, when you were, and I was at one time that kid in the inner city, but when I went to like Manhattan to go to the movies, I looked at the lights. I was like, wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Or when I went upstate to New York, or when I went to Detroit when I was a kid, and I was like, this is different. Like when you get like, that's why one of the biggest things for me is one of the biggest peaceful things for me is taking my drives. I love drive. People are like, why you don't fly? I just love getting out. I could think for 8 hours. Ain't nobody calling me. I could turn my phone off. I listen to my music, and I just zone out. And
Podcast, Charlotte
Scene podcast. I listen to that, but I zone out and have time to myself. When I was younger, and I used to come home when I was married. Like I used to get like an hour ride when I was living in DC. The hour ride was my peace. And when I got home, it was like you know what I mean. So it's just like not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, it wasn't a bad thing. But just saying, like I ain't trying to do that. But like, it wasn't a bad thing. But like basically just driving home was that peace. You need time to yourself. Like one thing I do now is like I go in the sauna and steam room every day. I don't let nobody call me. Right. That's my time to sweat my toxins out. Pause. Chill. Relax. Listen to my music. And just meditate, because you need that. If you don't have sense, I strongly feel that your mind controls your whole body. Your brain controls your other organs.
Absolutely.
If you're not strong right here, you can't maintain this.
I mean, that's where the stress starts, right? How many times you wake up in the morning? And I can attest to this, like, and you just thinking about everything you haven't done and everything you have to do.
Yes.
That's why I wake up, man. I'm talking about I have a routine. Yeah. I pray while I'm cleaning up. I get on my knees and pray just for peace. It needs to break.
It needs to. Can't see. That was a stretch. I take that back.
You've been reaching Paul's all day, bro. Lord, forgive him. What's wrong with him? No, bro, for real. I'm from this,
No.
Like,
you can get you can pray. Like,
you gonna make the most high content.
No.
You're crazy.
That was good. Father, forgive me.
Nah. Forgive him, Lord. Forgive him. Bro. But for real, man. We that's real though.
Yeah,
like you gotta have your relationship. Yeah. With the Lord, man. Like I thank God every day. Even though I'm like, man, I gotta work. Right. I gotta get this done. But like done. Like I tell, like what you saying, I agree, because it's like you can wake up and choose what kind of day you gonna have. You know what I mean? You can choose what kind of spirit you're gonna have.
I want to build with it.
Get up and be upset at everybody, mad, want to whoop people ass. You can do anything, evil, do something. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Every day I say, hey, look, I choose to walk in bold faith. Feel everything that you have.
Say it again. You choose to walk in what?
Choose to walk in bold faith, bro.
Talk to me.
Every day. Because if I'm not walking in bold faith, I'm walking in everything that's going to be negative. That's going to map out the rest of my day. Because everything is going to be why they didn't do this, why you didn't do that, why you ain't finished this off, why didn't you go over there and handle it when I asked you to. You see what I'm saying? Versus, you know what's right in front of me that's positive. Let me build on that. Negativity can go a long way in one day, bro.
It can.
Positivity might be 4, 5, 6 hours getting some work done. And then you build on that the next day. You build on that the next day. When you get used to that, it's a skill.
Right.
It's like working out.
Muscle
you stay
memory.
Consistent,
Muscle
but
memory.
It's a brain muscle memory.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like You working out in the gym, it's the same way though.
Yeah.
You see results when you working out, the same thing. You gotta train your brain like you can train your body. Think about it. It's real talk. And it ain't easy because you never know where to come out of nowhere. You know, people got different family and whatever going on with you, and it's like one thing throw you off of your mentality, then what? Now your whole day fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Like we not letting that, you know what? That's just something I'm gonna have to handle. Some things you gotta compartmentalize while you moving forward in positivity.
Yeah.
Walking in bold faith.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be okay eventually. I can't win every battle every single day. When people think that you need to be thinking like that, that's not possible.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you got, your status, your fame, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to train your mind to think like that day by day, brick by brick. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how I'm training myself to do it. I ain't saying I'm perfect.
Yeah.
But that's how I'm training myself to do it. You know.
Where do you so retraining. So it is hard for people to build habits. I think like what you're talking about, you're a professional athlete. So you wouldn't have been successful as you are if you didn't build habits, right? And I think that's an important thing to touch into, to chime in on, because a lot of people don't know how to build habits, or just start. You know, a lot of people don't understand, if you do one thing, if you just start it one day and then do it for like 2-3 straight days, it becomes a habit. It could be anything good or anything bad. You know what I'm saying? And I pride myself on really, working out every day and watching, what I eat as I get older. But like, I remember at one time, when I was going through my stuff, I didn't, I used to pick up my girls, my daughter every day. And then I realized, I wasn't getting her on certain days. And then it became a thing, well, that's okay, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
And I'll see you next week. And you're missing that time. And and people don't stress enough about the thing of breaking good habits. When you break a good habit or whatever, it's easy to put it off. Then it becomes a distant memory.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, in life, there was a song by Jay-Z. To live life, you always gotta learn to live with regrets.
Regrets.
Yeah. But you don't have to live with regrets if you do. I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's another skill, a mental skill. Because how many dudes done lost something based off of one decision? You know what I mean? And you live with those regrets for the rest of your life. So
you're saying that learning to live with regrets is a good thing because you're learning from the situation of what you lost.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call it a regret.
Okay.
Some of the, I believe it might be levels to it. Like if you senselessly kill someone, or if you change your life after you did something to a child or something like that, you're gonna have to live with that.
Yeah, you gotta live with that.
You know what I'm saying? But a bad investment, like or something like that, or
you can get that back.
Yeah, I got it. Something crazy but not like a morality thing.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna hit different with the morality.
Yeah.
With humanity.
Yeah.
That's some shit you need to have dealt with before.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out.
But and that's not no judgment to nobody, like. But some shit like, yeah, that might be, But in terms of just like something that whatever, life. You don't have to do that no more. You know what I mean? Or but I mean, like, ain't nobody exempt from that. Nobody's exempt from that. Nobody's exempt from making a mistake. Nobody's exempt for doing something that they probably shouldn't have done, but their heart was in the right place. Nobody is exempt from that in the world. I don't care who you are. So I just think that goes back to last episode we talked about OG Prince. You can tell he is really rehabilitated.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
lot of kids,
Yeah.
like first thing he brought up when we had him on
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of kids is in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see them getting rehabilitated for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I've been in here 34 years and 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand what it takes to be a man. Now he ain't never regret nothing,
Mm-hmm.
but because that was a life they was in.
You'd like to live, yeah, yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is, but I think his story should be really told more because these these kids don't understand rehabilitation because they're making it look cool to be in prison. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, man, I can I can appreciate the wins. You gotta take the losses with it and learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
That builds character. That builds more wins, in
Definitely.
my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Definitely. All right, that was solid, man. That was solid. You got me ready to cry, son. No, I'm fucking with you.
Boy.
No,
No, that shit gonna be great content, my boy. No. I'll just be right here with you, brother. You know what it is, man. I wanted to shout out the story that I just saw came across my laptop earlier.
Good.
Kid Sakir, I hope I'm saying his name was Sakir Everett, Lansing, Michigan, 11-year-old kid. He saw a kid with a weapon, a gun. I don't know what kind of gun it was. It didn't say it in the article. Took it from him and dismantled it and took the bullets out the gun. And I think this happened in May recently. And he got expelled from school for doing that. And his mother has been all over the media talking about how wrong that was. And I'm going to shout him out. And I put it on their page. I said, look, Sakir, bro, proud of you, bro. I hope they watch this. I hope they see my comment. Proud of you, bro. Because that's super honorable. You don't know how many lives that boy saved that day. Potentially.
Yeah.
It don't care. It don't matter if it's one life or one injury.
Yeah.
You know, but we support you, bro.
Another thing I want to shout out to, piggyback off of that is we lost a queen, that was part of the struggle. Back in the '70s, Sada Shakur, aka Joanne Chesmore. We want to give her a rest in peace. Got a funny story about that. My mom got pulled over in the Bronx one time. Cop pulled her over. And the cop looked at her and said, license and registration. My mom had an SR5 Corolla, 1982, I think, or 83, I believe. It was a great joint. I got Corolla now, so you know that's right. So she was driving, and to my grandma's house in the Bronx on the Major Deacon. Cop pulled her over. And so he was like, license registration. So she was like, she said you was speeding. She said, I wasn't speeding. You're bothering me, you're harassing. My mom had a mouth. She got a mouth now. Like, it's weird, like her mouth is like, just like her mouth was when she was younger, but in between, she was calm in between in her 40s and 50s, but now her mouth is back from when she was 20. But that's no story.
Triple OG status.
She just got finished talking to me at night. And I like, Mom, I gotta go. I said, but anyway, it's another story. It's my mom. So, cop pulled her over and said, so cop pulled her over and said, you speeding. So she was like, I wasn't speeding, and you're harassing me. I'm gonna give you license registration and let me go. So the cop was running the tags, whatever. This is back in the days. It's not like when you could just call it in wherever you gotta go. And so he called it in. He said, so he looked at her. He was like, he said, you look like Joanne Chesmore. So my mom was like, who the hell is Joanne Chesmore, right? So he was like, look. So my mom was like, yo, you're harassing me. Let me go. Or leave me the hell alone, because I don't know who the Joanne Chesmore is, and you're bothering me. My mom had a mouth when she was younger. So after going back and forth, my mom was quick to ask for the sergeant on duty. That's her line too. I want to get the sergeant on duty right here, right now. So he finally let her go, right? So driving off, 20-something-year-old Lynette Moore. And I was a kid. I was a baby. She looks back and says, by the way, Joanne Chesmore is in Cuba. she ain't in the United States no more. So why the
Exactly.
hell you bothering me? He
Yeah.
drove off. My
Yeah.
mom knew who Joanne Chesmar was.
She
She
knew it
played.
was Asada
She knew
Shakur,
it was
bro.
Asada Shakur.
Yeah.
But that's Lynette Moore. She
Hey,
played.
that's your
Yeah,
mama
that's my
right there,
mom.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's your mama right
She was like, by the way, she's in Cuba. Look, you bothering me. But I remember that story. And I didn't know. I heard the story. I didn't know who she was. And as I got older, I did my research and learned who she was. So you know, just want to give a rest in peace to Asad Shakur. And my family is from Cuban descent, so I just want to give her a shout out for her, and I don't, I know she's accused of hurting an officer. We don't condone police violence, nothing like that, or whatever. But
Allegedly.
allegedly, because back then a lot of us were being accused of stuff that we didn't do. You know what I mean? So
She
that was a
said
time.
she ain't do that,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
allegedly.
yeah. So but we definitely want to. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna give her a shout out and a rest in peace. But with that, man, I think this was it was all right. This is a good one right here, man.
All right, my brother.
All right, I appreciate you, brother.
Love
man.
you. Man, you already know.
All right, this is a wrap. Episode 62.
63.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.